yeah, a lot of stuff happened, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm just gonna cut through the intro. A lot of things died. The streak died. AJ's title reign died. Orton's title reign died. AJ Lee's title reign died. And sadly, the Ultimate Warrior died. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna save the Undertaker thing for last because a lot of people are still butthurt over it. But WrestleMania 30, 100 times better than 29. I will still, on record, I will still say WrestleMania 29 to me is the worst WrestleMania in history. It's worse than wasn't 16, yeah. 16 was bad, in my opinion. And 9 is worse than... People keep saying WrestleMania 9 was the worst. I'll say, no, 29 is the worst. But I liked everything about 30. The Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. I actually am okay with Cena winning. Because if you guys don't realize... This is the first time John Cena's won a pay-per-view match. Pay-per-view before SummerSlam. That would be Money in the Bank. John Cena hasn't won a pay-per-view match since Money in the Bank. No. Cross that. He got hurt, came back and beat Alberto Del Rio. So, Hell in a Cell. John Cena hasn't won a pay-per-view match since Hell in a Cell. He's lost because he came back, then he went for the WWE title when they combined it, and he's lost to Randy Orton ever since. So he hasn't won a pay-per-view match since Hell in a Cell. So he gotta give him a win somehow. I mean, if he would have lost at WrestleMania, yeah, people say yeah he could take it, but that's a lot of pay-per-views in a row that Cena's been losing. But Bray Wyatt will bounce back. I think he's gotten over enough that losing to Cena doesn't hurt him. And plus, it's John Cena. Does anybody besides Sandow? But Sandow never really got up there. He never got as over as Wyatt. So besides Sandow, did it really hurt anybody's career to losing to John Cena? No. Not really. Well, you can say Alberto Del Rio, but that's only because there's one belt now. And there's really nothing for Alberto Del Rio to do. Besides, I think he's leaving after his contract is up anyway. So, really, he's over. I mean, he had the fans at WrestleMania 30 saying... he has the whole world in his hands, and I was marking out myself when I heard that. I was like, wait, are the fans really saying he has the whole world in his hands? And I thought I was dreaming. And then they said it again, and I was like, yo, he's officially over. He had on Louis Vuitton wrestling boots and everything. He's officially over. Then they started singing again. I was like, he's over. Then they started singing it on Raw, and I was like, yeah, he's definitely over. He's good. The future, I remember saying this probably a year ago, but the future looks bright. Now it even looks brighter. On Raw, we got for those of you gotta watch. It's being clear. You gotta watch NXT now. It's going to be extreme, unless they come from TNA. It's going to be extremely rare that somebody new just gets put in the WWE. They just get put into Raw or SmackDown. You gotta watch NXT. They're gonna put them through the NXT cycle for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. You gotta watch NXT. We saw video packages from Bo Dallas, Adam Rose, and Rusev with his first Raw debut match. Paige comes in, does a promo with AJ. Is now the youngest ever Divas champion at the age of 21. If you don't know who these people are, they were all on NXT for the past year now. I don't like that Bo Dallas is being his promo practice looks like he's being brought up as a face. I don't like that because they tried that last year and it flopped. If you watch NXT, Bo Dallas is the closest thing to a heel John Cena as we're gonna get. I think he should be brought up as a heel. But they're doing the whole Bo Lever thing, so we'll see how that goes. I personally feel that he should be brought up as heel. If you haven't watched NXT, I'm gonna tell you don't watch it now, because when Adam Rose, no, I take that back. You should watch NXT. Just start watching NXT now. Adam Rose's entrance is the shit. That's all I'm gonna say, and I think it's even going to be bigger when it gets to Raw or SmackDown. That's just the conclusion I'm making. So yeah, Rusev, basically, he's a Samoa Joe, but a bit stronger, but he can't talk, because that's why they gave him the Russian bitch to add to the heel persona, because we Americans don't like people that speak in their nationality, or excuse me, their home language, because we can't understand the shit. So it adds to the heel persona. Sadly, he had to beat the shit out of Zack Ryder. So much for the last resort, Zack. So much. But yeah, the future looks bright. Everybody's being brought up the right way. They already got the promo package. Everything's set in motion. Now we just sit back and get what's fed to us. I mean, Paige is good. If you watched NXT, you'll know. If you don't watch NXT, you'll see now. But yeah, Paige is good. Bo Dallas is good. Adam Rose's character is going to be very entertaining. They're already getting Emma some Raw time, but I don't understand they don't let Emma and Summer Rae wrestle. If you go back and watch Main Event and you go back and watch NXT, Summer Rae's and Emma matches are a lot better on NXT and Main Event than they are on Raw, because they don't really let them wrestle on Raw. Don't know, I would let them wrestle, but I'm not Vince, I'm not the billionaire, so yeah, who am I? I'm just a fan that does videos on this crap I shouldn't say crap, but it does videos on this stuff every Saturday. So yeah. My favorite match out of this WrestleMania 30 would probably have to be the triple threat match, because the ending picture was brilliant. If you go back and watch it and you freeze frame it, Daniel Bryan has Batista in the yes lock. Randy Orton's on the ring outside under the ring apron, reaching in like, no, don't tap Batista, and then he taps, and then Randy Orton just sees everything just gone. I like the fact that Batista said it was okay with Daniel Bryan, him putting over Daniel Bryan, because normally I thought they would save Batista because he's the new guy coming back, and they would just have Orton lose. But no, they had Batista put him over, and he agreed to it. So we got what we wanted, except the Undertaker lost. Now, here's where it comes to this. A lot of people are hurt. People's like, oh, Brock's not the right guy. Oh, this, that, and the third. Oh, Brock's a part-timer. Let me shut this part-timer thing down. Throw the part-timer out the window, because Undertaker for the past 5 years has been coming back to only do one match. So he's less of a part-timer than Brock, because at least when Brock comes back, he always stays until SummerSlam. So Taker is more of a part-timer than Brock. If you want to say, oh, but Brock's a part-timer. Undertaker's been coming back for the last 5 years for only one match. So Brock has done twice the amount of matches than Taker has in the past 5 years. So you have that. So shut that, oh, he's a part-timer down. Oh, he's not the right guy. Well, Taker chose him, and he was okay with him breaking the streak. So if you want to get mad, you have to get mad at Mark Galloway. And it's unfair to him, because Taker's not that type of person to have him retire 22-0, and he's not making it to 25. When it was Triple H versus Undertaker 2, Because yes, they have fought. Taker has fought Triple H 3 times. They try to play it off like it's only 2, but it has been 3. So yeah, when Taker fought Triple H the second time, and he had him tap out to the Hell's Gate, and that showed you he wasn't making it to 25. I'm surprised he made it to 21. I thought when he was out, because Triple H walked away, not Undertaker, and I highly doubt that match was supposed to end in the Hell's Gate. I'm pretty sure Triple H was supposed to hit him with the sledgehammer, and there was probably another 10-minute or 5-minute interval, and then Taker was either probably going to tombstone him or last ride him. Highly doubt it was supposed to end in the Hell's Gate, because that was a long Hell's Gate, and Triple H was holding the sledgehammer for a pretty long time. So I'm pretty sure they were probably talking, and Taker was like, yo, I can't do the original finish. We have to end it like this. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. If there's a special DVD edition with all of Taker's matches, all 22 of them, and they have like, they bring in every person that he's faced and they do a background check on every story leading up to this WrestleMania, I'm pretty sure he's probably going to say in that match that he couldn't finish it. In the past 5 years, after every WrestleMania, he's been injured. Either a broken foot, either a concussion, either had the dehydration or exhaustion or about to pass out. This one, he had a concussion and he had a neck injury. He wasn't going to make it to 25. He's 49 years old. Brock Lesnar's 37, 38. Look at the achievements on paper. While if you look at this on paper, it's not bad. Brock Lesnar 30-0 in high school, NCAA champion, a 2-time UFC World Heavyweight Champion, the second youngest ever WWE champion. On paper, this isn't bad. He's beaten Triple H. He's beaten CM Punk. He beat the hell out of John Cena in that Extreme Rules match. I think it was a year ago. Even though John Cena still won, but Brock Lesnar is a beast. And didn't Triple H say we're in the reality era? So reality speaking, on paper, UFC experience, NCAA experience, he's younger, faster, stronger. On paper, Brock really should have beat the fuck out of Taker. And it was for a Brock match, for what it's worth, it was a great match. People saying, oh, it was a bad match. It was a bad match. Oh, it turned into a finisher fest. I don't think it was that much of a finisher fest. Taker called, you can see there was some spots where Taker called the match, and he had to F5 him 3 times. And another thing, every Taker match for the past 3 years have been a finisher fest. How many times did Triple H have the pedigree / tombstone Taker? How many times did Shawn Michaels had to kick Taker in the face? How many times did Taker had to do old school a choke slam or tombstone? Last time I checked, choke slam and tombstones and last ride are, well, not old school, but the last ride and choke slam and Hell's Gate are his finishing maneuvers. How many times did Brock Lesnar powerbomb himself out of it? How many, in all the other WrestleManias, how many people got out of Hell's Gate? So you can't really say a majority of his last 3 matches at WrestleMania were all finisher fests. Not as bad as Rock versus Cena. Now that was a finish. It was so bad that freaking, I don't even, if the game's not in reach, hopefully I don't have to dig for it. But nope, where is it? I have to dig for it. Well, you know, the latest wrestling game, 2014. It's not here now, but yeah, WWE 14. They made fun of it, and as far as once you've done everything, they give you unlimited finishers. So that's just the video game company making fun of that match, which I found funny when I found that you get unlimited finishers. But I don't know. I was 100% okay with everything that happened at WrestleMania 30. You know what? The first thing that came to my head when Taker lost, I was like, good. We have something for this time slot. Because Taker's been taking up a time slot every year for the past 22 years now. Oh, Taker lost. Looks like he's retiring. We have something new for that time slot now. There you go. Moving on to bigger and better things. It's already they've already been saying, the announcers, King have said it, JBL said it, Michael Cole said it, that it won't ever be done again. I think Vince knows never to reproduce it again. Edge got the 7, and I think Edge got the 7 by accident. They just randomly forgot he kept winning at WrestleMania, and they just had Edge lose to Taker. As a matter of fact, now that I think about it. So yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't think because of Mark's decision. Keep in mind, it was he wanted to end the streak. Because of Mark's decision, people should be upset, or people should quit watching wrestling. Because if you quit based off that decision, that means you've been only watching wrestling for the past 22 years for only one person. Where there's a lot of good, and that one person for the past 5 years has only come back to do one match a year. There's a lot of other superstars that you guys are either neglecting or not cherishing enough. The people that are just giving up and just not watching it because Taker lost. And you're going to miss out in the future. I mean, look at the people that's coming up from NXT. So yeah, that's my thoughts on everything. And oh yeah, and sadly the Ultimate Warrior died. Yeah. That was crazy. He just got inducted to the Hall of Fame, was just on Raw, and then the next day he collapses. I don't know. Well, rest in peace. And on that note, I'm Game Fiend, Fiend of All Games, guys, and I'm signing out. Later. Peace.